What's going on, Canes fans? Welcome to another episode of the Croot on the U, brought to you by the Scoop on the U. We have got some fantastic recruits, in my opinion, joining us tonight. We'll be discussing some of their season and their recent visits to the University of Miami. We got my main man Luke next to me here, co-hosting. Luke, how you doing tonight, bro?
Doing good, bro. How about yourself?
Doing great, man. Always love having you on board here, man. You ready to get this popping?
Let's do it, man. Let's do it.
All right. Well, we're gonna jump off. We're gonna do it big here. We've got 4-star 2024 running back Anthony Scuda Carey out of Carrollwood Day High School. What's up, Scuda?
What's up? How y'all doing tonight?
Good, man. Good. Thanks for joining us, bro. Thanks for taking the time to jump back on. And like we were talking about, before we started, man, it's been a minute, so definitely some stuff to talk about.
Most definitely.
So, what are you sitting at right now? What's your current height and weight?
190, 191. It's 5'11".
Okay. Was there anything that you worked on this, before this season happened? Anything that you worked on in the off season that you felt really helped you, shine even more this season?
Yeah. Film, like just watching football film. I watched a lot of football this off season. My patience showed tremendously this year, so I worked on that this off season, working on, obviously I don't have guys, O linemen, training with me like, on the off season, but like visualizing those guys moving and those blocks being set up and then cutting off those blocks. That helped a lot. Just that mindset while I'm training helped a lot.
First off, man, before I get into my first question, just want to say it's a pleasure to meet you. It's a first time
Pleasure to meet you as well.
Yeah, man. So, I first want to ask you, so how'd your season go last year? Tell me about it.
I think it was a productive season. Um, as far as me personally, I battled some injuries. I missed about 3 to 4 games due to a shoulder injury, and then I missed most of the playoff game in the third round that we lost um, due to a fractured ankle. So with that being said, those injuries, though I had those injuries, I still totaled for almost 1,000. I think for 1,000 even on the ground. So uh, I feel like I had a productive season. Um, we won a lot of big games, and we took some tough L's as well. So I feel like that gives us a lot of room to grow and really come for it all our senior year. So that's kind of the plan right now. We just working to get ahead, working to get on top.
Yeah, are you fully recovered and healthy from that fractured ankle injury?
Yeah, I'm full fledged, like, and I've been running and everything, full speed, running routes, running, pretty much everything. So I'm fully recovered. I mean, I still get mobility and strength work on it at the training room, but for the most part, I'm pretty good.
Nice, man. That's good to hear. And with that, I want to ask, like, do you have any early goals for your senior season right now?
Bro, I ain't gonna lie to you. It's just a state championship that's on my mind right now. Like the accolades and the stats, yeah, that's cool. Like, of course, I want to ball, but like I've been doing that since my freshman year, balling. So like, feel me? I know I'm gonna ball. Like, I want a ring, bro. So
What's the furthest that you've gone in the playoffs throughout your high school
the
career?
third round.
Okay.
That was the game before the state championship.
What's your focus been in the weight room lately?
Um, Weight room has been lower half. Lower half, really been focusing on that lower half. Getting my lower half just bigger, honestly. What else have I been working on? A lot of small stuff, like things that you neglect with your big lifts, like bench press and squat and uh, things like that. A lot of times, you miss a lot of small parts of your body that just get neglected. So like your hip flexors. your groins, um, your ankles,
Yeah.
your wrist, uh, so many different things. Your core. I know a lot of times you engage your core, but I don't feel like core is worked enough in a base group like high school workout. So just kind of those small things I've been working on. Just I know that's gonna make me better, make me faster, make me my quick twitch better. So yeah.
It sounds like the experience you went through last season with your injuries really, it kind of woke you up, a little bit in the sense of, hey, there's some areas that I haven't worked on quite as hard yet that I need to work on, and especially getting to the next level. So that's vital and crucial that you picked up on that already, man. So props to you on that, bro. For real.
Yeah,
That's not something
appreciate
that
that.
that's not something that all running backs pick up on in high school.
All right.
So you doing any 7-on-7?
Yeah, I'm playing with California Power.
Okay. How have you feel 7-on-7s helped you when you're in pads?
Um, I don't feel like 707 has truly impacted me on pads. Um, but I feel like it's helped me with my route running and catching ability.
Are you working with any trainers?
Trainers, no, not specifically right now. I will be working with my running back coach once we get more involved in the off season. Well, my previous running back coach, he doesn't coach at my school anymore. But NFL vet, played in NFL for 10 years, right? Cowboys, the Detroit Lions played running back Avion Casing. So he'll definitely be training me.
So I want to ask, man, how was your Miami visit a couple weekends ago?
I think it was dope, honestly. The Miami visit went well. There was a lot of people there, but I still got show love, so I wasn't really tripping.
Nice. Did you also were you also part of the Battle Miami tournament as well, or you just in
No,
town?
I was just down there.
Got you. Sounds good, man. And anyway, what coaches were you able to speak to on your visit?
Coach Cristobal, Coach Smith, Coach Varner. That's the assistant running back coach, and obviously the head coach.
Got you. And then you've had that interest from Miami for a while now, ever since you got that offer. Just what are your thoughts on the Hurricanes and what they're building right now?
I really think they got something special building, honestly. I think it's just a matter of time with those guys right now.
You're going to be stepping into a more of a leadership role this next season for your team. How do you plan on showing that? Is it going to be vocal? Is it going to be by actions? Or going to be a little bit of both?
Uh, that I handle my business by both vocal and action. I'm gonna be that guy that's going, I'm gonna be vocal. That's just who I am. I'm gonna tell you when you're wrong, congratulate you when you're right. I'm gonna be that guy to motivate and uplift, and as well, I'm gonna be there early before the team is working and showing you the right way to do things and going first in the drills and you know what I'm saying, not skipping out on any reps or anything like that. So I'll do both.
So when you're walking off the field, it's your last game, man. It's your last game in high school. What do you want your high school legacy to be? What do you want to be? What kind of player do you want to be remembered as?
I want to be remembered as the guy that was selfless, um, the guy that worked his tail off, the guy that like most things out of everything. I want to be remembered as the guy that just worked his tail off, and that they're like when they see that guy, like they think that guy's going to the league, just because of the talent level that I was blessed with, along with my work ethic, crazy. I want them to say like that guy's going somewhere in life just based alone on his work ethic and that he was humble.
Well, what would you say are the biggest strengths right now of your game?
Um, my patience, my versatility, um, my IQ of the game. Um, yeah, I'd probably say those three biggest things.
And then what are some of the areas that you think still need, I guess, the most work that you're working on the most right now?
Um, I would say I'm working on. I feel like I changed direction pretty well, but I feel like I want to tweak that just a little bit, make that even more crisp. I feel like I could use some physicality finishing my runs a little bit more. Not that I can't finish my runs, but just like deciding to finish my runs. Like, instead of stepping out of bounds, I know that coaches might want to see me put my shoulder down and run that kid over before I go out of bounds. Um, so that's just kind of something I want to put on tape this year. I know that I'm that guy. Like I know I can put my shoulder down and run through you. But yeah.
How is your confidence as a pass catcher coming out of the backfield? Is that something you feel strong about?
Super strong to the point to where I don't even want to catch him out the backfield.
Oh,
like,
okay.
like why we gotta be back there? Why we
Right.
can go in a slot with it.
I feel you. I feel
So
you.
I'm super confident in my hands, my route running. I don't feel like no linebacker in the country can guard me. Um, like that's just what it is. I feel like you're gonna have to put a corner out there with me, or you're gonna have to put a safety out on me because there's no linebacker that can cover me.
That's
Um,
that's
and
nice, man.
I'm gonna um, obviously I'll show that in 7-on-7, but I'm gonna display that at a few camps this year, just for the writers.
I got you. I got you, man. How you do as a or at least how do you feel you are as a pass blocker?
Uh, I definitely like don't give up sacks right now. I definitely feel like that's just due to the ability of me um, being strong right now and being kind of high school football is I wouldn't say easy, but compared to the guys that I'm gonna see and have to block at the next level, they aren't those guys. Um, so I definitely feel like this year is a year to really take time to watch film and really break down how those guys at the next level pass block and take on blocks because it's way more to just being big or strong or throwing your shoulder to somebody. It's a technique. It's attacking that line of scrimmage. So many things that go into it. So definitely want to get into that more film on just pass blocking because when I talk to coaches at the next level and ask why running back's not playing, the things or specifically running back, but most of the time it's size. He may not just be big enough, can't pick up the playbook, or he can't pass ball. If you can't protect the quarterback, you're not going to be on the field. So those kind of three biggest things that I can control going into that next level. So pass block. I'm gonna come into college knowing the technique of how to pass block correctly. Um, I'm gonna come in there at a weight that I can play at the collegiate level, and I'm gonna know the playbook. So I plan on being an early enrollee. Um, so soon as I commit and make that school my home, I'm hitting those coaches up for the playbook. Hey, can we get on Zoom? Hey, when can we? Because one thing about me, I'm always control what I control, and those three things being knowing the plays, being at a weight that you can play at the collegiate level, and, and understanding and knowing the technique how to pass block. Those are three things that I can control. So I'm gonna handle up on those and coming to the come to school ready to work, ready to grind, ready to step on the field and compete.
And going back to your recruitment a little bit, I mean, obviously, I know you don't have a date and such, but do you have like a timeline when you might want to commit, or is that still just
I,
getting organized?
I'll be committed before my senior season starts.
Okay, sounds good, man. And do you have any set in stone plans for where you want to visit in the spring, or is that still getting, organized by you and your folks?
I'll be at Oklahoma on March 4th. Um, Still getting the rest of the things figured out, but yeah.
Yeah, for sure. And you just mentioned Oklahoma. I know we talked about Miami earlier. What are some of those other schools right now showing you the most love, pursuing you the most, hitting you up? Who are they?
Um, Oregon, Penn State, um, Oklahoma, Florida.
Got you. And then last thing, last about your recruitment, man. So what are those most important factors that you look for when making a decision that you want to see from these colleges and that you want to see from these coaches?
One, the energy that I feel once I'm on that campus, around that coaching staff, around those players, um, just around the program, the energy that I feel around those people. I'm really big on energy. Um, and then two, production. Are you producing at the running back position? Are you sending guys to the NFL at my position? Are you guys getting results on Saturday at my position? Development kind of goes hand in hand with production, but are you bringing freshmen in, and are they going through your process and coming out better, or are you bringing in, just guys transfers from other schools that are already dogs and just throwing them out there and say, hey, go rush for 1,000, go rush for 1,500, and we're gonna send you to the league and call you our running back. Um, so development, production, and energy, kind of the three biggest things focused on right now, as well as locker room environment, which I guess you could say you could throw that into energy.
Oh man, I've asked you this question before. It was in that interview we did a while ago, and I'm kind of curious here to get your opinion on it now because it's been a while and you've had a chance to visit again. I got 3 words for you: Miami Hurricanes football. What do those 3 words mean to you?
Miami Hurricanes football. Honestly, think about the old Miami Hurricanes when you say that. Think of Ray Lewis, think of Ed Reed when you say that. So I guess that's kind of like the original thought, but the secondhand thought would be Mario Cristobal and the upcoming staff, like a like like you guys probably don't know, but like it's an animation in my head of like a video game. You know how like you win and you're like standing on a rock and the rock just goes like I don't know if you guys really understand what I'm saying, but just like the U on the rise, I feel like Miami Hurricanes football is on the rise. So that's why that picture just pops up in my head like that.
Oh, man, I love it. I love that answer, bro. Honestly, that's an answer I hadn't got yet. So that was fantastic. That was
Yeah,
fantastic. That was
appreciate
fantastic.
that.
Um, Go ahead and shout out to the coaches, trainers, anybody that's been helping you. Give them some love.
Shout out to Coach Marshall McDuffie, my head coach. That man is awesome. Guides me, mentors me, helps me become a better man, and also helps me navigate this recruitment process. Shout out to my uncle. He's been training me since uh, I can remember. He's most of the reason of why I'm here today, and allowed to do the things that I'm doing on the field. Spending countless hours with me off the field or on and off the field, but mostly on the field, really just preparing me for these moments. Um, my mom for supporting me. Um, I don't want to miss anybody. Super important. Just kind of my whole support system. It takes a village to really breed me and to help guide me and do the things that I do. So my whole support staff.
It's important that you have that village mindset because it truly does take a village, man. It really does, and that's a smart thing to have that circle around you. So continue to keep that smart circle around you.
Yes, sir. Indeed.
Go ahead and shoot out some your social media plugs, and I think you have a YouTube channel too, right?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah, go ahead and shout it all out.
So my Instagram is AIANT6IX Ant6. So just with the six instead of an S. My YouTube channel is Young Athletes TV. Make sure you go check out those videos, go watch those videos, subscribe. And then also my brand, Swift Six. Um, so Swift Six, if you guys can see the six.
Yep.
Wait, hold on. Let me get it to frame. It's like the 6IX. So that's
Yep.
the Instagram name, Swift 6IX. I'm actually dropping some shirts, some more shirts on Saturday. Some more gym apparel, some long sleeves, got a reflective logo to work out in and stuff like that. So make sure you guys go follow those socials. And yeah, appreciate y'all.
That's dope. You got that going on, man. The last question I got for you, this question I asked you, when we ended our last interview. It's the last question I'll do for every interview because the answers change.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you love the game of football?
Honestly, I'm obsessed with it. I'm obsessed with the journey. I'm obsessed with the hours that you get to put in, and the sacrifices and the pain that you have to go through, and then just to for it to come out and it be golden, um, and really be those hardcore results where you see your work come to life. Um, and also, it's just I love the game. Like I love the drilling and it gives me. I love the feeling it gives me when I step between those two lines facing an opponent. I love the atmosphere of playing in the game. It's really what don't I love about the game? That's more of a better question. So yeah,
And I just have one more question as well, man. Also, what game were you talking about earlier? About the video game?
I don't know. Like that's the thing. Like it's just a animation. Like I'm. It's just an animation. I don't even know what game it is.
No, I got you. And then I was just gonna ask you, man. So very random question, but who is on your game day playlist?
Game day playlist. FCG Heem, NBA YoungBoy, Meek Mill, um, G Herbo.
Got you. Sounds good, man.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that was all the questions I had for you. Is that all you had there, Luke?
That's all I got, man. Really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
Appreciate you guys.
man, we appreciate you, bro, giving us this time. We tapped in a while ago. We were gonna get it set up. It didn't happen, but I'm finally glad we were able to make it happen.
Yes, sir. Me too.
I wanted fans to know a little bit more about your visit, and I'm glad that you got a chance to show us the label that you got pumping out too, man. That's important, bro.
Right.
We got to keep push that brand. So, hit me
Sure.
up. Let me know if there's anything I can do to help you push your brand.
Yes,
Just hit me
sir.
up.
I will definitely.
All right, man. You have yourself a good night, Anthony.
You too as well. Thank you for having me.
Good night. All right, guys. That was 4-star running back Anthony Scuda Carey from Carrollwood Day High School in Florida. Joining us now is a 2025 quarterback from Omaha North High School in Nebraska. Got his Canes offered January 23rd, I believe. This is 2025 quarterback Sebastian Circo.
What's up, guys? How are you guys doing?
We're doing great, man. How you doing, Sebastian? I love the energy, bro.
I'm doing great, and thanks for having me.
Thanks for giving us the time, man. We truly appreciate it. We always want our fans to get more familiar with our recruits as the process goes on in their development and their recruitment.
Yeah.
Well, the first question I always have to ask is, current height and weight.
6 foot 170.
Okay. Have you had your hand size measured lately?
Yeah, I think it's 9.5. Last time I had it measured.
Okay. How long have you been playing QB?
Probably since the second grade. I was a running back at first, but then I was fumbling, so coaches moved me to quarterback.
What were the off-season workouts, for before this last season you had? What were some of the off-season workouts you did that kind of made you feel like it took your game to a higher level this season?
I trained with a quarterback coach, Will Hewlett from Jacksonville, Florida. So I was working with him last season. I think that just took my game to the next level.
So I got to ask you, man. Well, first off, pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, pleasure to meet you.
Has your ball security improved since you switched positions?
Yes, I haven't fumbled as quarterback yet.
Nice. And tell me, man, how was Battle Miami?
It was good. I had a lot of other teammates with me. I think that had Miami offers. We had a good weekend. We went 4-1. We lost a Philly team, Philly Playmakers.
Yeah. And then tell me, man, you mentioned Miami. I know you got that offer that weekend. How was your visit there, and just how did the offer come about?
It was good. I was just on the visit with my 7-on-7 team, and we were taking photo shoots and stuff. And Coach Chris Paul called me into his office, and he basically just said, "We want to offer you a scholarship to Miami."
The question that everybody likes to find out about quarterbacks: how far can you grip it and rip it? What's your range on your arm? How far can you throw?
In a game, I probably threw 60 to 55 with the dude right behind him in stride. I'd probably get around a little above 60, probably 63, 62, around there. I think when I'm a senior, I could probably get 70.
Do you feel accurate at those depths?
Yeah, I think 60, I probably could just like throw as far as I can. Probably like 55, I'm really accurate at.
Okay. What gets you most excited on game day? Like, what gets you pumped up? I can tell you got a lot of energy.
Yeah.
So what gets you going?
Probably just like the bus ride in there, or coach's speech before the bus. Just gets you locked in, ready to go.
What would you say your biggest strengths are right now as a quarterback?
My biggest strengths, I think, anticipation and accuracy.
Got you. And then what are some of the areas that you think need the most improvement right now?
Probably footwork. Some of my footwork stuff, mobility.
Got you. And then, also going back to that Miami offer a little bit, just what were your first reactions, your first thoughts when Coach Cristobal called you to his office and when you got that offer?
It was crazy. Like I've always looked up Miami, one of my dream schools to go to. And he was just talking about his success at Oregon, how he turned them around from 4-8 to winning the Rose Bowl. And I just think he's a great leader. And I think I could, if I ever go to Miami, I could help assist him in that.
Sebastian, what traits do you believe make an elite quarterback, mentally and physically?
Physically, I just think if you could get to the ball to your playmakers, I think you could be a pretty good quarterback. Just let them go. And I think you have to be a leader, and you have to be a people's person. Like, you could get along with everyone.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Do you play any other sports?
I used to play baseball. I might do baseball this year, but I don't know. I've just been focusing on getting bigger, faster, and stronger.
Okay. Is there any focus in the weight room right now?
Yeah, there is. Just get more muscle. I'm going to try and get to 185 before the season.
Okay.
And you said you're at 170 right now, right?
Yeah.
Got you. Okay, cool. And then, also I just want to ask with your recruitment, right? So what are some of those schools aside from Miami that are showing you a lot of love right now?
I have offers from Syracuse, Penn State, Ole Miss, Temple, and Boston College.
Got you. And then, I guess how does it feel to be in that position where you have interest and you have offers from these D1 schools? Just what does it feel like, and what kind of motivation does that give you?
It feels great. Like right now, I just view it as like expression of interest because I can't really like sign yet, so I just have to keep grinding until I really get to that spot.
Of course. And when you are in a position to make that decision, what are some of those important factors that you're going to look for when making that decision? Like, what are those things that you want to see from these colleges and from these coaches?
Just whatever feels like family, whatever coach I could trust with my college career, and what relationship I have with the OC and quarterback coach.
Let's talk a little game week film study here versus your opponent's defense.
All right.
When you're studying your opponent's defensive line, what are some of the first things you're trying to pick up on?
I'm trying to pick up on like what front they're in, and like with their get offs against our tackles. Like if they have the same get off of the team we played a week before, just be ready for that.
And how about the linebacker position?
Their drops and their coverages. See what coverages they're in. It helps with the middle of the field.
See if they got the sideline to sideline.
Yeah.
What makes high school football in Nebraska special? It's something that we haven't had a chance to talk about on the show ever.
Yeah.
I think you're the first recruit I brought on from Nebraska, so I kind of want to give you a chance to kind of let us know, what is it about Nebraska, high school
It's
football?
just like it's a big thing here in Nebraska. Like Nebraska is like, for football, is the biggest sport, and when it gets cold, more people come to the games. Like that's where everyone's at on Friday night. It just smash mouth football. That's what they.
How big is your home stadium?
Probably fits about 2,000 to 1,000. We play in the biggest class in Nebraska. It's only Class A, then B, then C, then 8-man.
What style of offense do you run in your high school?
We actually changed it up because we had an all-state running back. So we do little shotgun, a little bit of everything.
Okay, so it's very multiple.
Yeah, so I feel like when I go to college, I'll probably gonna be prepared for anything.
Got you, man. That's good. It's really good. Just tell me, how did last season go for you?
It went good. I got hurt I was hurt the first couple games. Then we dominated the first five games I was there, and we lost the last two to the number 1 team in the state and the number 5 team. Then we lost in the first round of the playoffs. We were driving down, then 28-28. Then I threw a comeback to receive a fumble, and that was it.
And then, what are some of those early goals that you have for next season?
I want to break all the records at my school for quarterback, and I want to make it to the state championship.
So I got 3 words for you, Sebastian.
Mm-hmm.
Miami Hurricanes football. What do those 3 words mean to you?
Swag.
Yes.
Yes. Swag, and just I think that's the only word that really that's the main word that comes to mind. Swagger.
I love it, man. Simple and to the point. When we invented it, that's for damn sure. Anybody else trying to claim it?
No.
No. Go ahead and give a shout out to some of your high school coaches, trainers, anybody who's been helping you along the way to develop. Show them some love.
Coach O'Neill, Coach Martin at my high school, then Coach Will Hewlett, Coach Jimmy of the Bootleggers, and some of my receivers, Champ Davis, Titan, all my guys for high school. And, yeah, that's really it I got.
So I just got a couple more questions for you, man. So first one, who are those quarterbacks that you watch? Could be college, NFL, doesn't matter, that you like to take things from their game and really add it into yours?
I like when Brock Purdy was at Iowa State. I think I kind of play like him a little bit. He send the play, all that. Russell Wilson. I like Baker at Oklahoma. I know an old quarterback from Miami, Vinny Testaverde.
Mm-hmm.
I liked him at Miami. Derek King at Miami too. I kind of like too.
Nice. And then
just take a little bit from everyone.
Got you. Yeah, of course. And I guess you mentioned Brock Purdy. Which of those guys would you, compare your play style the most to?
Brock Purdy, I think.
Purdy. Got you, man.
At this stage in my career, probably Brock.
Cool. And then last question, man. Tell me who is on your game day playlist.
Game day playlist. I like a lot of old school stuff like AC/DC, and I just switch it up like Young Boy, Chief Keef, and that's really all I use for my game.
I thought you were about to call Young Boy old school for a second. I was like, okay, no,
a little Kodak too.
Okay, all right, I messed with that. Nice.
Yeah, pretty simple.
So what's next for Sebastian Serko? What do you got coming up next in regards to football?
So we're going to Battle Vegas the 10th and 11th. Then I think I'm going back to Miami on March 4th for the second junior day in spring practice, and I think I'm gonna get some other visits in there.
Okay. And go ahead and give the fans your social media plugs. Go ahead and let them know where they can find you.
So Instagram at Sebi_C1, and then Twitter just Sebastian Serko.
Okay. My last question I got for you, man. Question I ask every single recruit we bring onto this show. Why do you love the game of football?
It's just when I was little, I picked up a football, and it was just all I did. I just watched football and school. I do my schoolwork, but after that, I just watch football all day. That's all I do.
It's this lifestyle for you, yeah.
Mm.
Especially playing quarterback, that's vital. So
yeah,
it's great to hear you have that commitment to the sport already.
Yeah.
Luke, did you have anything else here for our fantastic guest?
No, that's all I got, man. Really appreciate you taking the time to
for sure. Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity.
Yeah, we will definitely be staying in touch, Sebastian, and I want to get you back on in the future so
All
we can update the fans about your development, recruitment, all that stuff.
All right. Thank you.
Have yourself a good night.
You too.
All right, man. That was Sebastian Serco, 2025 quarterback. He is kind of starting to get noticed a little bit more now, I think. He wasn't a big name. He's not even actually currently ranked on 24/7 Sports, but the offers you see are coming in. It's not long until the rankings show up. It's just a matter of getting another P5 offer or two. Probably is it.
Mhm.
He's right on that cusp. I can see why the staff likes him. Using his legs a little more, gaining a little bit of speed, it would be crucial. It'd be big for him. It would be a big help, definitely, especially with the offense. Well, depending on the offense, we don't even know what we're going to run right now. Actually, I was just thinking about it. Like, yeah, the offense we're going to run. Wait, I don't know what freaking offense we're going to run. So,
just to comment on the offense real quick. I mean, I expect, I don't know, and this is just me purely speculating and just what I've been, just what I think. I think we'll see more of that classic spread look next year, no matter who the next offense coordinator is. I don't expect that veer and shoot, Kendall Briles, Lane Kiffin leg spread. I expect more of that power spread that we see that Mario Cristobal likes to run. But I think we'll see less pistol, more spread, more of that ideal offense that I think Miami fans really clamor for.
Yeah.
Like I said, don't know who that guy will be. There are a few names that have been thrown around that are quite interesting, I would say. And we'll see who the next coordinator is, but it's a really big hire for Cristobal. I would say probably the biggest hire he's yet to make. So I have no doubts that he will attempt to make a home run hire.
Yeah, I mean, being a new coach and having to get rid of one of your, coordinators after the first season is never an easy thing. It's not an easy process. You want to bring in guys and get things gelling, from the jump, and unfortunately that didn't happen for us. But we do have our next guest backstage here. I will introduce him to you guys. We have with us 2024 running back Chris Wheatley Humphrey, who plays at Dillard. He's playing for Dillard High School this next season, but last season he played at South Broward High School. Chris, what's up, man?
What's up?
Can you hear us good?
Yeah.
All right, man. All right. Well, man, and thanks for taking the time to jump on and let Canes fans get a little more familiar with you.
Yeah, pleasure to be here. Pleasure to be taking an interview right now.
So what's your current height and weight?
I'm 5'11", 175.
Okay. What are some of the off-season workouts you did, but before this last season that helped made you feel like it took your game to a higher level?
I did a lot of speed training with quick movement. You know what I'm saying? Get my speed and agility more up to date, be more faster, more quicker. So I can just break and leave people behind me. So it really helped my game a lot, for real.
How did your season go for your team and for you as far as your stats?
We went 5-5. It didn't really go how it was planned, and for me, I think it went okay, but I could have did way better. And plus, I had missed 2 games, so 1 game.
First off, Chris, it's a pleasure to meet you, man. I want to ask you, what are your early goals for next season? Heading into your first year at Dillard, which, it's a great program. What are your early goals for that season?
My goals is just to be the best I can be. Obviously, I could double my stats. I just be the best I can be, for real.
Got you. And then I've just in preparation for this interview, I've been noticing that your recruitment has just been blowing up over the past couple of weeks. What has that been like for you?
It's been overwhelming. I'm like really happy
Mhm.
for it. Thanks to Dilla coaches and all them. They really showed love. And thanks to South Broward, they really helped me get to where I'm at right now. But it's been overwhelming. I'm really happy for it.
And who was that first coach, and what was that first school to pull the trigger and offer you?
It was FIU, I think. But
Okay,
no, it was UCF. UCF.
got you. And I know you went up there for a visit, right?
Yeah.
How was that?
It was good, man. They showed a lot of love. I had talked to the coaches. I talked to the head coach. He really showed me a lot of love. You know what I'm saying? Introduced. And it's like they really big on family. They really big on like building a connection over there. So I plan on going back up there to see what's spring about.
Chris, what gets you most excited on game day?
I'll be listening to music. Really, what get me excited is like I be game planning on what I'm trying to do or what I'm about to do. That really get me excited. Like, for real. I just be thinking in my head like how I'm gonna attack them today, how I'm gonna do this, do that. That be getting me really excited.
You have any pregame traditions that you do?
I just really just be listening to music, zoning out, just
Yeah,
be chill.
I got you, man. Okay, so what traits do you feel make an elite running back? You know, mentally and physically. What does it take to be an elite star running back?
Well, first you gotta be smart. You know, you gotta be able to read the defense. You know what I'm saying? Be able to read the holes. You gotta be fast and quick. And you gotta be strong enough to like break the first tackle, don't go down on the first tackle. You know, you gotta be able to catch at the backfield because like in today's standards, you gotta be able to be like a fifth receiver out on that field. So you gotta have all them traits right there.
How did that Miami offer come about? And what was your first reaction to it?
So I was going to school, right?
Mhm.
And then my head coach, he had called me. Yeah, like I'm about to send you Miami the RB coach number. Like he said he just offered you. I was like, what? So I had called him, and it's like Kevin Smith. He was like, hey Chris, man, I just want to let you know I had offered you. I was like, damn. It really I got happy. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? That's the offer I was waiting on. Cause my hometown, South Florida, you know, it really made me happy.
Was that the most like surreal experience so far of your recruitment that made you just go like, wow, like this is happening?
Yeah, that was the one that did it. You know, cause I always wanted to offer for Miami. You know,
For
that
sure.
was that was the one that did it right there.
And you were on campus a couple weekends ago, right?
Yeah,
How'd that visit go? What'd you think of it?
they showed a lot of love, man. Kevin Smith, Coach Vonna, and Cristobal, man, they showed a lot of love. They showed me around the school. It was nice, real beautiful. And I had what to talk to Coach Cristobal. He's really like nice, man. I don't think they selling no dreams over there. He gonna do right for real.
You know, you're going to be stepping into a leadership role next season for your high school team. How do you plan on showing that leadership? Is it going to be vocal? Is it going to be by actions, or you do a little both?
I'm not a type of person to, like do all the talking.
Mm-hmm.
I just lead by example. I'm a lead by example type of person. So on the field, I'm gonna show you that hey, we gonna do this. We gonna do it like this. We gonna do it like that. I'm gonna do it like this. I'm gonna do it like that. So I'm gonna show you when I'm on that field for real. I'm a lead by example type of person. I don't do talking.
Well, I know you don't like to talk, honestly, but this question here is going to force just a little bit out of you. Is it if you had to describe your game to somebody who had never seen you play, How would you describe it?
I'm more like I say like a wear and tear. I'm going to try to wear you out in between the game. Then when I see you slowing down, I'm going to just break. I'm going to just go right past you. For real. I'm like a elusive type of running back.
What are those areas of your game that you want to improve on the most heading into to next season?
I want to improve on like trying to trust my speed a little bit. Cause I'll be like laxy dazing sometimes, then sometimes I be ready to go. Like
Mhm.
I just need to use my speed a little bit more because I'm fast. I already know it, but I don't be really showing it right on the field. Then enough.
Do you have like a recent 40 time
No,
or
not recent.
got you? No, I was just curious, man. And then I want to ask. So it can be a college running back, NFL running back, doesn't matter. But who are some of those guys that you like to take things from their game and add into yours?
I really like Chris Johnson. He like I like how he uses speed. How he like and he quick and he agile, balanced. You know. And I like Saquon Barkley because he, you know what I'm saying, he balanced, he quick, and he can like move at a quick pace and he's strong too. So he, you know what I'm saying, he big. Those like the type of persons I look up to.
And just for like clarification purposes, you talking about for Chris Johnson, like the former Titans running back, right?
Yes, sir.
Got you.
Chris, when it's all said and done next season, and you're done playing your last high school football game, what do you want to be known for? What do you want to what's your high school legacy? What do you want to be known as?
I want to be known as one of the few people that actually did it, that came out of my city to actually like play and went actually successful while doing it. Not like just play and then just quit or something happened in between. I want to be known as the actual person that few many don't really get to do out of my city.
Talking a game week film study here, all right? When you're getting ready to study your opponent and you're focusing on the defensive line, what are some of the first things you try to key on early that you can take advantage of?
I see like if they slow off the ball, is if the edge is like if they fast or like they strong enough to move out the way, move certain people, whoever it is. I see if they like to over pursue when they think they know what the running back about to do, or where they think they know what the play is about to be. I like to like look for key things like that. See if I can get them out their game or like, you know what I'm saying.
And then I just got one last question for you, man. So, who is on your game day playlist? Who are you listening to?
I like to listen to Kodak and Liberia Sig.
Got you. Like just curiosity, like old Kodak or like some of Kodak's newer stuff or a mix of both?
I like old Kodak.
Okay. Got you, man.
Yeah, I just got a couple last questions for you here, Chris. I got three words for you here, man. Miami Hurricanes football. What do those three words mean to you?
It's legendary. We really put on for the community. You know what I'm saying? They put on for the whole South Florida. They it's really a community thing, man. It's legendary. 5 national championships. Hopefully we get more. They can get more. So
That's always the goal, man. We need that. We need that
it's
sixth ring, baby.
it's always the goal. So hopefully they can recruit more people in South Florida and Florida period, because all the talent is down here and it's right in their backyard. So hopefully they can do more recruiting in South Florida.
Yeah. They're making more and more relationships, all the time. A lot of those guys, they came from schools, all the way across the country, didn't know anything about the Florida scene. So they're still making connections and stuff. But man, I'll tell you what, they're busy, bro. They're out there. They're really out there putting in a lot of work.
I see that.
So go ahead and shout out, some of your coaches that have been helping you, trainers, it's just anybody that's been helping you out, show them some love.
I really like to give Coach Tate like the utmost respect. You know what I'm saying? He wanted me over here. He wanted me to help his team out. And I'm looking forward to doing that. And I really give thanks to Coach McCray out of South Broward, the head coach. He really helped me to be who I am. He really believed in me. He really made me be who I am to be. Coached me up.
Yeah, I got you, bro. So let the people know, what are your social media plugs? Where can they find you at online?
On Instagram, you can find me at d1.newera_. And on Twitter, you can find me on d1_newera.
Okay. So I got one last question for you, Chris, and this is not answer, but this is the question that I ask every single recruit we bring onto the show. Why do you love the game of football? Where do you get the passion to go out there and perform at such a high level on a weekly basis?
Well, it's really like a family-oriented thing. I've been playing football since I was 4, going in the field, hopping into people practices and stuff. And it really come to my cousin. They really pushed me, you know what I'm saying? They used to bully me, like throw me around on the football field, playing around the playgrounds. And it's like a city thing.
Yeah.
Like it's really culture in Broward County, Florida.
It sounds like you enjoy the brotherhood of it.
Yes, sir.
Well, Luke, do you have anything else here for our fantastic guest?
That's all I got, man. Really appreciate you taking the time to talk to us, Chris.
Pleasure to be talking to y'all, man. It's a great interview.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Chris. We appreciate that, and we definitely want to stay in touch and get you back on in the future. We can update fans about your recruitment and your development and all that stuff.
All right. Thank you for having me.
Have yourself a good night, Chris.
You too.
All right, guys. That was an up-and-coming running back. He's like Luke just mentioned, it just started to get an absolute flood of offers lately. Highly slept on until then. I mean, highly slept on until then. There was a couple schools poking around, but man, once those offers started coming in, other schools were like, "No, we got to pull the trigger, man. We got to get an offer out. We can't just watch this film and not give them an offer, And I think he was on the borderline, and they realized that he's more than a borderline player,
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, for sure. I mean that when he announced that he'd be transferring Dillard, that was just huge just given how big of a name and how big of a program Dillard has become, especially as of late. At the running back position, even with Christopher Johnson, who set to play Miami next year, right? So, Dillard's a great spot for him. A great program, like to run the ball a lot. It's going to be used, and he's going to be used well, and he's going to be playing some really, really good teams, and his exposure is going to just increase even more than what it is right now. Just a very talented running back who has a very bright future.
Yeah, moving to Dillard kind of put him on a different plateau, and especially with how high of a football or how high of a caliber of a player I believe he truly is. He'll meet that level that they're expecting at Dillard. I don't think it's going to be tough for him at all to get there and produce. I think he'll produce at Dillard just fine for him. And they feel the same way, or they wouldn't have went out and got him. I mean, Dillard does not screw around. Dillard makes sure they get guys, especially within their area, they get the guys that they really, really want. And that was, I think picking up a running back like Chris, like a Wheatley Humphrey, I think it was a smart move for them, man. Honestly, I think it was a really, really smart move to have a guy who's not afraid to get between the tackles and get a little dirty. I think that was a really smart move for them. And it sounds like he's working on his speed. So if he adds that even more to his game, just imagine if you got a guy who can go between the tackles and outside the tackles. And then you start talking about a complete running back. you know.
Oh, for sure.
Pass blocking, catching, of course, but as far as just running the ball, in general, I think they made a very smart move by bringing him there. Did you get to see him at South Broward?
I did not. I was not able to attend a South Broward game.
I just got to see a little bit of film from
Okay.
it, but I mean, the power's there. It's a natural thing for him. It's not like he's just ripped, Bijan Robinson or whatever, from Texas. He's
Yeah.
not like just a tank, but this natural strength,
He runs angry.
Yeah, runs a it's tough, to compare, because it's a different position. But he reminds me of a defensive lineman who's going to LSU named Darren Reed. He's just a guy who you look at and you go, Matt, you don't think he's as strong as he is.
Yeah.
And the dude is a freaking tank, bro. He's a people mover type of thing, And I think Wheatley, as he gains strength at Dillard and as they develop his speed, he's just going to cause more and more problems. And with the talent increase around him, we got to remember that too. That can always play a huge role in production for him, man, because they can't just watch him. They got to watch out after the rest of the talent on that team too.
For sure. Definitely.
Well, man, that was a great show, bro. I had a fantastic time getting to know those guys. I was really happy Sebastian was able to jump on there. Happy that we got two 2024 running backs that had been at the school recently. Got offers. I know Anthony Carey's a guy we're going to be hearing quite a bit of, but he said he wanted to commit before his senior season. So that's something for Canes fans to keep an eye out on. I don't think he'd be doing interviews with us right now if he wasn't interested in Miami. So I would keep an eye out. That's just kind of how I feel about that stuff. I've done this for a while, certain times of the year, and when they say certain kinds of things, usually it follows through. So I believe if he puts out a top school list, I feel pretty strong that Miami would be in that top school list.
Definitely, yeah. And I mean, as you said, three great interviews today. Just an awesome show.
Yep. Well, Luke, thank you so much for joining me again, man. Thank all the fans for tuning in. This has been the Croot on the U, brought to you by the Scoop on the U. And as always, go Canes. Catch you guys next week.